Well, Mafe Walker, I am doing this proposal at 11:24 in June 3rd, 12. Sorry, today is Monday. It seems that today is holiday in Colombia, but I am doing audiovisual proposal for you. I am going to talk on behalf of Cosmoqua. I am going to explain a little about it, and I am going to match it with your vision, with your expectancy. We have been brainstorming, validating initiative, defining the scope of our potential projects, events, organizations, and initiative that we can create. So it will be the first proposal of Cosmoca for one person. I am going to upload this video in my LinkedIn network. I'm going to prepare a video in English and another video in Spanish at this moment. Uh, and later I'm going to write the proposal during the day. I think that I'm going to focus today in write all of your proposal, but I'm going to send today two videos, one in English and one in Spanish, prior to the first versions of the writing proposal. I have been writing something, but I want to explain how we can match everything. I am aware that you are scared about your potential risk. Do it if we make public alliances between us. For the reason I'm going to explain it to the international community, to my in my social network with my LinkedIn connections and new people. I am going to post in my LinkedIn as one of the first proposals. So because as I told you, 1 year ago I wrote our first proposal to United Nations, and we explaining that if I need to have a divine origin or extraterrestrial origin, I know that many people is skeptic about those things. Unless, for example, someone started to be positioned when he started, Elon Musk started to say that he was an extraterrestrial and things like that in terms of jokes. In my case, I am waking up my spiritual origins. I am not going to talk at this moment for this, but I want to explain that in Cosmoqua, we want to, the name means cosmological quantification. We want to define a cosmological vision of our universe, and we want to connect Kardashev scale and Drake equation. In this field, I am in my LinkedIn network. I am explaining that I want to integrate civilization measurements. I don't know the right spelling, and improve the Kardashev scale. So I want to, for example, in this case, the Kardashev scale attempts to define the level of evolution of a civilization according to the level of energy that the civilization can manage. In this case, I want to create awareness about the importance of defining the number of energy that we can handle and how we use this energy. For example, in this case, we are using nuclear energy, but we can make it for violence and for war, and we need to define how we can use the energy. So for in this case, we want to integrate, for example, different measurements like the global peace index, like the social progress index, and GDP, and different indices in the world in order to define a route to evolve in one in as less equation as possible. For example, at this moment, I have been seeing without any scientific background that some people say that we are in a 0.72 scale in the Kardashev scale. The Kardashev scale have different scales. The Type 1 scale is a civilization who can manage the energy of the planet, and later who can manage the energy of the nearest star or the solar system or the different scales. So I am focused at this moment to improve the Type 1. So the point is that I want to propose you something from Cosmoqua. Everything that we can make will be focused mainly for Cosmoqua and another initiative. That's what I told you. At this moment, I have been explaining that I am living as a kid. I had to face 7 bankrupt thesis. It was my 7 bankrupt thesis. I am also filed for the injustice of the planet. That's something that creates risks for me, but I am going to make as much as possible to don't create risks for anyone else. So in this case, as I told you, I want to make it public. I want to propose you that I can help you with with your customer service in the organizations, in the projects, in the events that we can make. I can make it for starting. I can, as I told you, I requested you to share with me your financial statements in order to validate the feasibility of manage your resources. We can start with something. You are the only, at this moment, the only concrete person who can I can make projects or receive resources. So, as I told you, uh, if you give me any budget for nootropics and supplements, that's all what I need for the moment. I need to buy as much as possible. I need to buy different things, but all the money that I receive from you, I am going to pay later as a contribution of the organization. For the moment, I want to propose you that it will be, um, I don't know the right spelling for this, but this is the name is has a lend, un préstamo, and I will pay you up to 3% per month. I don't know the rate, but I want to pay that. And I also will give you a gift in the future. If you give me, you pay me $200, $500 for starting, $1,000, $2,000. I don't know your budget, but I going to buy the same value for you in no tropics. I am going to give you that gift for free in the future. I don't know. It can be in 1 month, in 2 months, in 1 year. Well, 1 year, no. It will be this year. I know. Anyhow, you can see yesterday I started to reply the question of the people in WhatsApp about the dubs, and I created the group of tourists in Egypt. I am going to make the proposal for Egypt today. I have to make 3 videos today because it is connected with our position. Well, I also want to, if I receive any income in any partnership with us, I am going to propose to invest them, particularly in Cosmoqua, because that it will be a non-profit. And we are planning it as a non-profit. I haven't created the linking page, but we already have a draft of a logotype that was created with artificial intelligence. But I think that we can focus on Cosmoqua. It was co-inspired with one friend. He can listen. He lost his capacity to listen. Um, he has a richer group with cosmological education, and we started to work about it. We stopped it. He's also scared about his risk. For example, he told me in the past that he wants to contribute money in regular 3/4, but he don't like that nobody knows about it. But he haven't um, contributed anything yet, unless in money. He invested a little bit of his time in the past, but that's like the initial proposal in order to explain it to my linking network, and in the future to humanity, that I have been communicating on June 12th after 1 year of present something to the United Nations, when I explained that if I need to have an extraterrestrial origin in order to connect with the planet health leaders, I think that with Cosmoqua, sorry, we will connect with many planet health leaders, because we will tackle many complex affairs about it. And for the reason I am connecting the last proposal with you, and for it was one of the reasons that I reached you. Particularly reach you because you was explaining about you was sharing information about the retirement here in Colombia, but I can't go there because I don't have the budget. So my initial proposal is that I am going to write some specific position. As I told you, I suggested to create a customized position. I am going to write the position. And I'm going to delegate it later. So I think that it will be very necessary if, for example, we pay a linking premium in the budget for you, for Lily, and for me. If we include it in the budget, everything for me, I will pay it later. So I don't, I I don't want to make it as a sort of income. That's not what I want to be. I don't want to be a consultant. I don't want to be. I'm doing this kind of job, and I uh, requesting money for this because I faced seven bankruptcies, but I am planning to create many non-profits because I want to fight for the justice of the planet and I want to live for my business. I have a lot of ideas of business, but I don't know why investment funds and some people don't want to support those kinds of ideas. But for the moment, in order to change the system, I want to fight in social affairs. For this I have been doing a lot of sacrifices during the last 10 years. I am very mad at this moment because I was forced to use psychiatric drugs from my family, paliperidone and lithium. The problem is that those kind of drugs affect the pineal gland and make me slower. For example, I was writing faster and I am writing lower because that one ex partner that I had that invested in the presidential campaign of the current president of Colombia and in another presidential candidate. It seemed that he's a money launderer or was a money launderer or a narco trafficant. I am making it public and I'm denouncing in order to research him because we want to change the president of Colombia. I am also considering if the people wants. I don't like it, but that's a sacrifice that I am able to do if I can be presidential candidate of Colombia and also in Hispanic America. But I want to make it something like this during a short time while I train someone else for this position, because in my case I would love to be studying biologic, chemical, physics and math in that order. In my case, I already explained it. I want to stay my biological life as much as possible, and I want to learn as much as possible about physics and start to make experiment with physics. I think that that's the future. I perceive that I reincarnate, but when you born again, it seems that it's like you need to restart, and in the process you need to remember some things. But I want at this moment to live forever. In my LinkedIn network, there is someone who is someone in Spain who is working how to extend the biological life, and I want to make this video to start to sharing it with my LinkedIn network. I tag them and I share in a private message, and we start the discussion and we start the meeting. So I think, Mafe, that's my proposal. Anyone in my LinkedIn network, if anyone wants to contribute with resources for our non-profits or our potential non-profits, at this moment I don't have clothes. United States lost or stolen my bag. I don't have a source of income. I am living from the charity of my family, and it is very humiliating. I know that they have resources, but they humiliated a lot of. Uh, I am searching for a source of income, and if I receive that money, I am going to pay the letter. So that's like a lend, and I'm going to pay the letter. Any source of income that I receive at this moment. I am talking. It has such in this case that it's for non-profits. I am not talking for profits. I am talking about non-profits because I am doing it for something bigger for humanity, and that's the reason. I am not doing that for money. I need the money. That's the point. I need to receive a salary. I don't have money at this moment. I hope it works to to start to connect my LinkedIn network, because I am going to reach 5,000 connections, and I hope it works, and I hope it works to start working with Mafe Walker, and I hope that after she receives this video, he can say me I am going to buy $200, $500, $1,000 in tropics and supplement. I don't know, and I'm going to buy for all of us. Okay, that's the verbal proposal for the moment in English. This is a public proposal. I am open about it, and I don't have secrets, and I know how to handle your public image. So thanks for the opportunity, and thanks for help us to evolve in this planet.